Hello and welcome to Moessieurs for this new video dedicated to the ANX, the virtual analog engine for Montage M and MODX M, Part 4. If you haven't seen the other videos, watch them out for understanding what's going on. Today, we're going to talk about the modifier. This is a feature that was added to the Montage M operating system too, and directly set in place for MODX M, but that's not all. We'll also take a quick look at the mixing section, which is just above on this screen. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that, if you liked his video content, please click on like. You can even do a little bit more. You can click on the boost button to highlight that video on YouTube recommendations. Thank you in advance. To start this video, I told you that the topic was the modifier, also known as the wave folder. I'm on the mixing tab here. I'm not on the modifier tab, which is there. The mixing tab is really important. It allows you to understand a lot of things about how ANX work. In the first video, to simplify things, I told you that you could choose to go through the filter or through the amplification, but in fact, before the filter, there is the modifier. That's why I'm presenting this screen today. Look at what happens. You can see it very clearly on this superb graph. If I click here on amp, you can see that I go directly to the amp section, and I don't go through the filters, but I don't go through the modifier or the wave folder either. It allows you also to see the FM levels and the ring levels management. With FM, we modulate our oscillator. With the ring, we energize it. It's very, very visual like that. Let's go to the modifier, the wave folder. What does it done? I'm going to reset the level to 0 here. It will be easier. You can hear the basic sine waveform. Take a look at the oscilloscope. You have a nice sine wave. Now I'm going to set the modifier to soft, because we have two selection types. Soft, which is quiet range, and then hard, going to deep effect. What does the wave folder do? You saw there, I added peaks. It gives a metallic effect, or a kind of distortion effect, and it was only set on soft. Imagine what happens with hard. You saw, it also changes the tone. It makes the sound more metallic. In fact, we're bending the waves. You can't see it because it looks like peaks are being added, but in fact, we're bending our sine waveform. It's almost comparable to a distortion effect, except that here, you're going to be much more precise, more surgical, since you're working on the top of the waveform. We have a velocity management setting. I'm not going to do that here. In order to save time on the video, it works in same way that on previous videos already online. We have an interesting setting here, which is texture. As remember on Montage M, if you want to see it here on the sub-screen, press Shift and page jump. You find the 4 modifier settings. What done the texture setting? Let's add a little bit of wave folder. When you go to the left, you have a darker sound. It's much brighter when you go to the right, or a little more metallic if you prefer. Let's switch back to soft, and lower the level a little bit. And here too, like for oscillators, we have a dedicated envelope generator for the wave folder. The oscillator itself, doing its life. That's on the wave folder that we're going to work on, with that envelope generator. You have here what's happening. Use the EG depth, which is a very important setting, and the time vel is also very important. Now you can hear what's happening. We're balancing all of this a little bit for our wavefolder modifier envelope generator. To go back to 0, I'm going to do this. There has to be wavefolder applier's basic value. If I go back there, I'm at 0. Listen to what happens if I move my depth now. Yet here, I'm at 0. Just by working on the envelope generator, you can already see that we can do that kind of thing. Let's come back here. I'm going to set a little bit of wavefolder. You can clearly see the peaks on the oscilloscope. We also have an LFO dedicated to our wavefolder. Now I'm working on my wavefolder. I can change its speed. It works in the same way for what we saw in the previous videos for oscillators, EG and LFO dedicate screens. Here, you have a phase setting. To explain the phase, I'm going to greatly reduce the speed. Look what happens. In fact, I'm changing my starting point here. If I do shift and page jump on the Montage M, you'll see it here on the sub-screen as well. I change the starting point. I can do the key reset too. And of course, I have several waveforms choices that will allow me to do that. I set my wavefolder to 0. It's like on the envelope generator. It also interacts even though I'm at 0 here. Very interesting way to modulate the modifier. It gives us something similar to what we had seen on the envelope generator and on the oscillator's LFO screens too. You can see that these settings allow us to go even further, to dirty up the sound, to make it less digital in a certain way. That's video ending. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found the content interesting. Feel free to click on like, and I also invite you to click on the boost button to highlight this video in YouTube suggestions. As official Yamaha expert and specialist, if you want to learn more quickly how to use or take in hand your Montage M, MODX M, ESP, Camelot Pro, or any of the Yamaha synthesizers and stage keyboards that I use, or also Cubase MIDI and audio recording with them, you can request an online masterclass with me. You choose your session topic, and you can download your session video to watch it as many times as you need. If you are a Moessieurs YouTube community member, you will get 15 minutes extra time for each session. How to become a member? Just sign up on YouTube. It's a monthly subscription of €3, and you'll get more than just the 15 minutes extra time. You'll get to see all my videos in preview, without ads, almost 1 month in advance, as well as my private videos without ads too. Don't hesitate to join the Moessieurs YouTube community. See you soon for a new Moessieurs video.